Yep. Just don't tell Commander because she got mad at me the last one I sent to her.
She said not to record them.
I don't remember. No, she didn't say these. She said like the actual classes.
Oh.
She doesn't know I've recorded any of these.
Did you go back to sleep after physics?
I was going to, but then I had to render the video to get it uploaded, so
No.
I didn't go back to sleep. Probably just going to be really tired. Hopefully go to sleep early tonight. Be nice. Probably not going to happen. I also watched a couple movies.
You watched a couple movies before this?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the new, I say new, but the Terminator movie. I watched Ride Along 2, and I watched A Good Day to Die Hard, the last one in the series. I don't know. They're just movies that I couldn't get on my streaming services, so I may or may not be hacking again. It's just getting them from random.
Are you using MovieBox?
No, MovieBox got shut down.
Oh.
It was so sad. Apparently, it's illegal, and they got caught.
They caught on to him?
Yeah, they got caught, and then they shut it down. It was open for like over 10 years. It worked better than most of my streaming services. Like, it was more reliable.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also do it with less bandwidth. Like, it was easier to get it to run on anything than, like Hulu or something.
Yeah.
And it was really intuitive. Like, they had a really good system of, like, you could set how much you wanted to skip. So you could set it, like, if you wanted to be able to skip, like, 3 seconds, double tap or whatever, you could zoom in and out during the video. You could Chromecast, AirPlay, which a lot of the services don't even support. That's pretty cool.
What do you use now, like Movies 1, 2, 3 or something?
No, this is a new one, and they use the way they're getting around it is really cool. They're using the test flight program.
Really?
For beta apps.
Yeah.
And they got it on there. It's called Zini Tevi? I don't know. It works. It doesn't work very well. I'll say that. It doesn't work the best. It has a few issues. I can't stream them because, I don't know. So I just download them and then watch them. It only takes like an hour or two to download a movie. It takes pretty much the length of the movie to download. Kind of annoying. But what can you do? I just download them over the night, and I've been watching them today.
So you have to download them, you can't stream them?
You can, but I haven't been able to get it to work on my iPad. But my iPad's been having a lot of issues. One of the speakers is going out. It randomly fizzles out and then comes back a little later.
Mm.
She's not running so hot. So sad. Do you know if there's anything in the iPhone that rusts?
Yeah, there's things that can rust, but usually, like, they won't rust here. They usually rust, like, at the beach or something. Like, if you live at the beach, the saltwater air.
Oh, okay, so just salt water. What if it's, there's a lot of steam around it?
Steam?
I may or may not use my phone in the bathroom. I use it in the shower. I just use my phone in the shower. Hi, Commander.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Clark.
You ready for calculus?
How's it going?
Good. Commander, the recording was not of a test. It was of a FRQ, practice FRQ.
Oh, good. Thank you. Then I'm all right.
Good.
So, I still think that I should have known that there was a video.
I mean, the phone was just sitting there on the desk.
Wait, you talking about the Nevin one?
Oh, really? It
One in
was on the
class.
desk?
It was on the desk, and you literally went over and looked at it, and then you just walked away.
Huh. I thought maybe it was in the little phone pouch thing.
No, it had to be sideways, so I set it down on the desk.
Hmm. Well, my vanity does not like seeing those images of myself. I just as soon think that I look the way that I think I do inside my head. And I give myself great grace inside my head. But for whatever bad thing that says to me, Battle, have you
Hi, Miss
lost it?
Key. No, I haven't lost anything.
You haven't lost a thing? You never had it? I just was confused.
I don't know. It depends on what you consider lost it.
Yeah, well, I'll leave that to your imagination.
Cool.
So Battle's here. Mr. Kersey's always here.
Of course.
You would never be late.
I gotta record everything.
Great. It's going to be my demise. Davidson do.
Wow, he showed up. Wait, you're inside. You didn't get kicked out.
Oh, he is here. Oh, you didn't have a test today. Sophomores had tests today. Davidson is no longer a sophomore. There's Micah. How's it going, Micah?
Going good. How about you?
Doing great. Better and better every day.
Yep.
Yep. If I can get you to graduation, then we'll be good.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, welcome.
Red dirt.
Hey, Lauren
Hello.
and Sarah. Davidson, Sarah, how'd your exam go yesterday? Micah, did you have one?
It was good.
I'm good.
Good. It's all good. I felt badly for Erica. Sarah, I moved this meeting for you all, but I wasn't able to accommodate Erica. She just had too many exams. And I've tried moving our meeting time before, and somehow that just never really works well. So. Nevin has joined the party.
I'm here. Where's Austin and Logan?
Hello,
Skipping.
Miss Key.
Strange. Hold on.
Both of which I need to talk to. Ken is in the room.
Hello.
I thought about telling all of you to bring like a cupcake and a cheer wine or something, so we could party together. But I figured that wouldn't really happen, so. I could have made cupcakes, told you to come by my house, and I'd toss them out the door for you. See how good a catch you are. I'm not a good throw, so you would have to be a very good catch. All right. That looks like Hunter's shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Erica's taking an exam, so we'll give her a big X. For excuse, Kellen Lundy's in the room.
Yes.
Oh, actually, I just gave Kellen the exempt. We'll give Erica the exempt. Kellen gets a present.
All right, news from Austin. He'll be here soon.
See if we can get Logan.
Logan's doing something for NC State because he has a problem. I don't know
did
what
you
it
have
is.
some issue?
He's oh shoot, I need to talk to him.
Yeah.
He's a problem everywhere around it. What about Austin?
He'll be in a minute.
He's slow.
He might have, I don't know, just woken up or something.
He did not. Hey, well, Nevin, we saw him in a meeting today.
Well, he said he was going back to sleep, so you never know.
I guess he could be asleep.
Did anyone go meeting with Mr. Losi?
Yeah.
I did. I didn't see
Whole,
you there,
whole 6
Hunter.
people came.
I slept through it because Austin didn't call me. He only texted me.
I got up at
So early.
9:45.
Yeah, not many
Where's
people
Austin, Carol?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning for the second time.
Austin, I need you to hang on after the meeting. I need to collect some information from you. Okay.
in trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
Austin's in
Oh,
trouble.
you're
So,
in
do we have any
trouble.
idea how long Logan's going to be?
I don't know.
No, he was saying that he's like on the phone with NC State, so it could be a bit.
Okay, that's fine. There's some things that are just more important.
There's nothing more important than
Nothing
this.
more important than calculus.
Yeah, what the heck?
So I heard a rumor that one of you was not able to submit, and you haven't told me about it.
Who?
I don't know who.
Not in calculus,
Yeah.
but in physics, yeah.
I emailed College Board, and I'm waiting to hear back. So we'll find out, and once we do,
Wait, what?
Well,
yeah, there's.
Wait.
It said it at the end, but I know I submitted it, so we'll find out.
Did it say congratulations?
okay.
Your response does not
Bruh.
submit.
So yeah,
Did it say it was corrupt?
I
or
did.
something?
So I did see a copy, Nevin. I mean, just on my Facebook group, that a teacher posted a message that a student got from the College Board that they got that message that they didn't submit.
Mhm.
I think their issue was they actually had the test open on 2 different devices. But they did receive their submission.
okay.
So,
I mean, we'll
so
find
you might
out
have
once we
good
get the
news
email.
there.
I haven't heard back from them yet. Check me
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Nevin.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you until I heard back. Didn't want to like alarm you or anything, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Poor Nevin.
we'll
Well,
find out.
okay. Well, score, I didn't really mean for you to confess in front of the whole group.
No,
I'm
it's
just going to invite you to tell me individually about that. But so test score or not, Nevin, I know that you learned a lot this year and that you got a lot under your belt. You're good. Okay. Well, we're just kind of here to say goodbye. It's not a goodbye forever. I've got Kleenex if you need it. Let me go throw one to you, Donald. But just I want you to know that it's just been a great joy for me to have been part of your journey. And I know some of you I will see back in my classroom next year. Others of you, Chase, make sure you pop your head in on occasion.
I will. Don't worry.
And I'll just keep forgiving you over and over again.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right. I told you, I've forgiven you. All right. But I might have to do it again. No, you're
Thank
free.
you. This
Hey,
is
you're doing good things. All right, I'm proud of you.
Thank
So, and my dear seniors, I just want to remind you, I'm not sure when I'll get back to school to get it done, but it will get done. And all of your pictures, not just seniors, but all of your pictures will be up on my bulletin board. And I'll look forward to the day when you pop in my classroom and sign your picture, okay? Because you've earned that spot. And I want you to know that when my biological babies pop their heads in my classroom, it always makes my heart jump. I always love seeing them there. And you are also my babies, my academic babies. And to see you come in at whatever inconvenient time you happen to pop in will still make my heart glad. And I may not be able to stop what I'm doing and talk the way I would want to with you, depending on when you pop in, but I will love to see you and definitely want you to come in and sign your picture and let me know how life is going for you. I believe great things for you. You've been a lot of fun to teach. One of my sons saying is something like, if it ain't weird, you ain't living, right? So it's been true life this year. We've done a lot of living in calculus. So, you know, you can take that any way you want. So Austin, you do a pretty good job at ascertaining my intentions, so you can work on that. Yeah, he wasn't paying any attention to what I was saying. He has no idea. But
Sorry,
that's all right.
I was talking to Logan.
Sure you would.
It's all good. It's all good.
Wait, did I do
But
something wrong?
your enthusiasm, whether it was genuine or sarcastic, I'm really not sure. But I decided that it didn't make any difference to me whether it was genuine or not. I was going to take it as genuine, and it just helped energize me and make me excited about giving information to people that were excited to receive it. So you were great fun to teach this year. We definitely did not get bored in class. Right? So I love your energy, your contributions, and the way you loved each other throughout this year and the previous years. I'm proud of each and every one of you. So I want to share a little devotion with you in closing. Well, I'm going to kind of go two ways. So juniors, you'll hear this again next year. So the first part is for all of you, and the second part will be for my seniors. But when you hear it again next year, juniors, it'll be for you, right, and seniors. But I just kind of thought, what do I want to share with you today? And a very, very familiar verse popped into mind. And I thought, oh, we always talk about this verse. But I want to talk about the context of this verse and the deeper meaning than the way we usually take it. So after the Israelites, this comes out of the book of Jeremiah. Maybe some of you know where I'm going when I say that. But after the Israelites had made it to the promised land and they were living in Jerusalem, where the center of their community was to worship God, they decided that although they kind of liked having God in the background of their lives, they really wanted to do life their own way. And that went on long enough that God just, I guess, decided that just was not the way to, and he was going to have to be a little severe with them. And they ended up in captivity in Babylon. So after they had been in Babylon, which was not their plan, right? So their life was not going according to the way they had planned. Do any of you relate to that? Right. So over these last few months, our lives really have not gone according to our plan. Now, I'm not suggesting that your homes are Babylon. You may feel like you've been held captive there, but I hope that there is a good place and not a bad place. But God sent message to the Israelites to assure them that he knew they were there, that he saw them, and that he was still working. And he told them to trust him, that he was working his plan, that it was going to take another 70 years. Okay? So in North Carolina, the governor has lifted a lot of restrictions off of us, and that's happening in just a little over 24 hours. So not 70 years. So your lives are going to hopefully free up a little bit, but be safe. In much, much less than 70 years. Right? But he promised them that even though it was going to take some time, that they could trust him. And he had Jeremiah give this word to the Israelites who were in captivity, right? So things not going according to their plan. He says, For I know the plans that I have for you. Do you know this verse? Yes? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for, now be careful, let me back up. So he doesn't say, I know the plans you have for you. He says, I know the plans I have for you. Plans for welfare and not for calamity, to give you a future and a hope. God has a plan, and he is working his plan. Okay? He's talking about a different plan here, right, than now, but he still has a plan, and he's still working that plan. Right? So we're not the Israelites in Babylon, but we still serve the same God who's constant. And that God has a plan, and he works his plan. But it's important to note that it's his plan he's going to work, not necessarily ours. But even in that, his plan is for your good. And in trusting that, you can know that you do have a future and you have a hope. I asked you guys to share with me your hopes for your future. And I love to read about some of the hopes that you guys have. Right? I join with you in those hopes. And God is true, and he has hopes for you as well, and you can trust in that. Okay? And he follows with that, and he says, then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. And you will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. And God's plan is for you to find him. And for those moments that cause you to search for him, for those to be satisfied, right? In promising he's right there as you search for him. And he says, and I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and I will restore your fortunes and will gather from you all the nations and from all the places where I have driven you, declares the Lord. And I will bring you back to the place where I sent you in exile. Kids, I know that you've lost things by not being at school over these last few months, right? But you serve a God. I hope you serve a God, right? But whether you serve him or not, he is a God who restores what has been lost and does that in ways that surprise us, but even go above and beyond our expectations. So with that as background, seniors, you're getting ready to launch from Wesleyan Christian Academy. Right? And I want you to envision that you're on a platform. And attached to that platform are a bunch of zip lines. Have you ever ridden a zip line?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
I have.
So my first time to ride a zip line, and I've told this, if you've had me before, I tell this story every year. But I usually find that people forget my stories, so I'll tell it again. But the first time I rode this zip line, there were 3 of us side by side, and they buckled us up in those harnesses. And my husband and I were on the outer sides, and we were supposed to hold hands with this girl that was in our middle school youth group because she was afraid to go off. But in the end, I couldn't hold her hand because although I was braced in with this harness, right, I had to hold on to the cable that connected my harness to the zip line with both my hands and all my might, because I knew that if I let go, I was going to die. And I mean, even though that's not the intention of it, I just knew that I had to hold on with all my might or I was going to die. The other thing I had to do is the only way I could get myself off the platform was to sit down in my harness so I could feel its support and scooch myself off that platform. So I did that, got off, gripped onto that cable with all my might as I went down, and somewhere in the middle of that ride, I began to trust that the cable was holding me. And as hard as I gripped, it didn't really make any difference. Right? I was secure in that harness. I was securely connected to that cable, and I could let go and fling my arms wide and enjoy that ride, right? Because I was safe and secure. And it was fun. And I did it again, and I would do it again if I had the opportunity, right? What a cool ride that was. So here's the connection. As you launch, right, as you jump off the platform of Wesleyan Christian Academy, there are a lot of zip lines for you to choose. You can choose the zip line of the college that you've dreamed about going to, right, for many years. You could jump onto the zip line of a career that you would like to have. You could jump onto the zip line of your hoped independence and freedom to get to do the things you want to do without having to ask permission for every little thing. And you can jump on the zip line of having a family. Right? You could jump onto lots of different zip lines. And those zip lines may or may not take you to where it is you're hoping that they will. But regardless of where those zip lines land, they're going to land somewhere. You've got another zip line, and I call that the Jesus zip line. And the thing about the Jesus zip line is that it'll take you someplace. And it may take you through that college that you're so excited to go to. It may take you through that job or a family or freedom. Right? But it doesn't stop there. That zip line keeps going. It probably won't take you everywhere that you hope it will. It's probably going to take you through some really difficult times, but it's also going to take you through some really good times. And I can tell you from personal experience, right, that I've had both of those by following Jesus. Now, I've had really hard times, and I've had really, really good times. But through both of them, there is hope for an even better and better time as I keep following on that zip line. So my prayer for you is that you'll choose the Jesus zip line. It's a ride. Okay? And it's not always fun, but it's always good. And it's with hope and promise, right? And a security. That zip line that I first rode up in the Tennessee mountains, okay, I was safe on that zip line. But in another year or two after I rode that zip line, our kids from our church went, and one of our kids actually fell off that zip line. Right? The cable broke, and he fell to the ground. Now, fortunately, he was not hurt in any great way, so he survived that fall. But the thing about all the other zip lines you can choose, right, they've got a risk of breaking. Right? Your Jesus zip line will never break. Right? It's safe, secure, and you're secure in Him. I love you guys. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I'm excited to see, right, where Jesus takes you. Right? And I just want you to know that back on the platform, I'll be at Wesleyan forever. And if you ever need anything, let me know. It's my joy to be praying for you. Thank you for sharing those requests with me. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, I'll see you again. I'll see you at graduation. Okay, so we're looking forward to that. And then also, I'm not going to forget that we're going to look for a time where we can get together, probably sooner rather than later. Right?
Epic.
So we can get together. And if you really want me to, I'll pull out some student samples of calculus problems and you can grade them.
Let's go.
Yeah. So that's all I have for you. Do you have, am I forgetting anything? Do you have anything that you would like to add, comment on?
Not that I know of.
No? All right, you guys are the best. It's been a great 1, 2, 3 years. I guess at least 2, right? We've been together at least 2 years. So it's been a great 2 or 3 years. Right? So love you guys. Enjoy. Are you all done? Do you have any more meetings or anything?
I gotta do a whole project today, Mrs. Key.
Yeah, we have a project due today.
Good luck,
Tomorrow.
boys.
Well, I've told all my students that I'm not taking anything after 4 o'clock today. So if it's not in yet, it's only worth 50% credit, and if it's not in by 4, it's worth nothing. So.
Taylor Davidson, don't we have a Zoom meeting with Mr. Losi?
Yeah.
Great.
Losi only had 6 people come to his first meeting.
Yeah, it was at like 9
Let's
a.m.
go.
6 people
really
included
depressing.
him.
I would have shown up if Austin called me.
What did you talk about in the meeting?
My
We
bad.
said goodbye. That was pretty
I
much
slept
it.
through the
about it.
text tone.
Just the last meeting?
Yeah, it was
Yep.
the last meeting.
Rip. I was
Hey,
sleeping.
can I give you guys a little word of advice? Although it may have worked in our little Wesleyan place, just to kind of follow people around and trust them to take you wherever it is you're supposed to go. Yeah, you may not have that group in college. So you might have to keep track of your own assignments and deadlines and appointments. All right, guys, go get them. I'll see you on the 6th, if not before. Oh, Wednesday. Okay, juniors and seniors both. On Wednesday, you've got to come to school and turn in your books. Okay? But when you're there, you have to still respect your social distancing. That's going to be hard. Okay? All right, love you guys. Go enjoy the rest of your day. You've earned it.
Miss Key, I have a question.
Austin, Logan, hang
Bye,
on.
Miss Key.
Hi, Miss Key.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Key.
Love you, Miss
Bye,
Key.
Mrs.
Bye.
Key.
Bye, Miss
See you
Key.
guys.
Key.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.